Well, let's turn now to Israeli politics. And a 3-week protest by Israeli settlers in the West Bank ended this week with an immediate transfer of $56 million to boost infrastructure on territory that, of course, is claimed by the Palestinians. After residents of settlements set up protest tents and went on a hunger strike, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu pledged the funds for the safeguarding of roads to the settlements, these roads that would bypass Palestinian communities. Millions more dollars were pledged for this purpose in 2019. Well, for more, let's go to our diplomatic correspondent, Ellie Hulkenberg, here in Tel Aviv. Ellie, a lot of people go and they protest outside the Prime Minister's office, and the reaction is not always so quick or so generous. Prime Minister Netanyahu moving quickly to try to at least quell this demonstration.
Yes, indeed, this specific crisis was averted, but it's only the tip of the iceberg. Yossi Dagan said earlier this week that if their demands are not met, they will shake the coalition from within, and their political power will be used with all force. So this is far from being a delicate threat, and indeed the pressure from right-wing elements within Netanyahu's government is growing. After all, he was the one to tell everyone, let's just wait that Obama will be out, and then everything will be made possible. So now, this battle exceeds the borders of an internal fight, since the left is turning right as well. Looking at the greater picture of the Israeli political map, we have leftist Avi Gabay, centrist Yair Lapid, center-right Moshe Kahlon, and right-wingers Lieberman and Bennett, all targeting similar audiences as Netanyahu is. So neither one of them dares to speak about weakening the settlements, meaning that if Netanyahu wants to maintain his political power, he needs to prove that he is the one to be strengthening them, and he is indeed the undoubtable leader of the so-called national bloc.
Now, Ellie, the regional council head for the residents of the settlements in the West Bank, that's Yossi Dagan, he said that this money pledged by Netanyahu isn't a win for the settlements, it's rather a win for Israel. When the settlements win, Israel wins. Those were his words. But again, $56 million were pledged immediately. He also talked about how this money would reshape the Jewish settlements in the West Bank. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ellie, but it sounds like a win to me.
Yes, absolutely a win. But again, it's only one step in an ongoing battle. We have a right-wing government that has failed to exercise its right-wing policies in the manner that their electoral base wanted them to. So we haven't seen an excessive settlement building, to say the least. We have not seen many funds being transferred, and the pressure is rising. You know, only last month we had this unforgettable speech by Netanyahu calling the left side of the political map bitter, but there are bitter people on the right side as well, and Netanyahu must address their concerns if he wants to, again, continue to be perceived as the only one that can lead the right-wing national bloc.